Live. Welcome to today's session where we're going to be talking about zero-click searches and anything at all to do with that. So that is the topic of today's session, and we are sponsored by the news guy himself. The logo isn't above. I need to say the logo is above, and the link is below. If you want to check out Randy's service, but I'm sure he needs no introduction by now because you have been kicking around for a while now. So it's I don't I don't know why I even keep introducing you anymore. I think people will all be able to recite it automatically. Brand awareness and all of that good stuff. So do check him out. The link is below, and it is an awesome service. But more importantly, we are here to talk about zero-click searches, and we do have Holly joining.
Oh, there she is.
I've actually done a Holly today, and I'm also in a well, it's not a camper van type thing, but I'm in a place like you, Holly. What do you call these things?
What?
A park model?
Yeah, it's like one of them. I think. I don't know what you call it, but it's one of them places that Holly stays, and it's got like things at the side of it and a balcony out there and all that shit. So yeah, it's my wife and my son. I've just dropped them off here. I'm just doing the live stream here. I'm buggering off, but they're here until Friday. But it's like a place where all the kids are and all these families are, and it's fucking mayhem. It's not normally my cup of tea. So, but when I see Holly sitting here, I'm like, man, please tell me you're not in one of these similar places, Holly, where there's all sorts of screeching kids and all that stuff running around. Oh, fuck that, man. The
kids are down there, but obviously people will walk by, and like right now there's a construction going on, so we just hear ding, ding, ding the whole time. But yeah, of course it is.
That's funny.
So
where are you, Craig? You're not in Scotland, are you?
Yeah, it's in Scotland. So I came home from holiday on Thursday, but the wife and her brother and his wife and their kids and all that shit, they've all got one of these. So they're spending a week here, which gets me. But I'm just dropping off. It's like an hour outside of Glasgow. I'm dropping off, and as soon as this webinar finishes, I'm fucking out of here because, I couldn't handle staying in a place like this.
And they're there till Friday. All right.
Drunk. Too much mayhem.
Yeah.
And shit Wi-Fi. I think that was stuttering there as well. So shit Wi-Fi as well, which is never good.
I know. I was noticing that. I was trying to think, I was looking at other feeds. I'm like, is that my feed? Is that your feed? That's all a little screwy.
That's absolutely mine.
Oh, man, and that we could have a whole conversation about Wi-Fi even, because I have been I just upgraded my Wi-Fi last week because I was having all of these issues, of like staggering and choppy and all of that stuff, and so I had to upgrade. It's the upload that is critical, and people always think, oh, I've got this screaming, I'm getting dropping 400 megs per second download. I'm like, yeah, but if you're live streaming and doing that stuff, you need the upload fast as well, not just download. You need a quick upload. So I was doing like 11 upload, which was not enough.
That's shit. That's really bad.
Yeah, exactly. And so now I upgraded supposedly to like a 35 up, but now I just tested it today and I'm still only at like 22. So, which I figured is better than what it was, but it's not what I'm paying for at this point. So I got to follow up and figure out what the hell.
Yeah, that's not ideal. I changed providers a few years ago. A guy came, chapped the door. Craig, I can fucking guarantee you this, and this, and it's half the price of the one you're paying for, and Fucking, it's the best thing. And I'm like, dude, I work online for a living. I can't afford to be fucking around. No, this is the stuff right from fucking wherever straight into your house. There's no, 10 guys in the street go on the same fucking connection that all starts to follow it. Fuck, you gave me all the shit of the day. Dude, the minute I moved, the fucking speed plummeted, man. And I'm like, fuck you guys. I've stuck with the same provider, man. Went back to my old provider, and I ain't moving again, man.
Yeah.
It's, all a con.
Yeah, it's tough. It's rough. All right, so here we are. 0-click searches. I don't know, maybe even before we get into this, or Holly, I know you got stuff, all kinds of stuff going on here coming up. What, in about 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Less than 2 weeks. You
Like
got
10
the
days.
dark AI. So I think you're going to be talking about some of this stuff, maybe even, right? Some 0-click searches.
Oh yeah, it's Saturday's event is totally about 0-clicking. Yeah. Those spots. So yeah, excited.
Yeah, excited. Can people still jump in?
That was my pitch. Excited.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what the hell? Hard sell here.
Yeah, that was my short pitch. So the in-person tickets are pretty much done on Friday because I have to. We have a certain amount of seats because of the Wi-Fi we have to bring in and the room and stuff like that. So in-person seats will be closed on Friday. Virtual, it will be open probably until, I'm guessing, the day before. Maybe I might close it earlier. I don't really know. Whenever I get irritated and stuff, then I'll probably close it. But I have a feeling, pretty close to that. So yeah, I mean, if you want to buy a ticket, you better be doing it this week because I could just close whatever. So
I like Holly.
He's a volatile one, folks.
You're like the what was that? The Jerry Seinfeld, the soup Nazi, right? Like, if I'm getting irritated, I'm like, I'm not fucking around. I'm shutting it off. You guys are out.
Because I mean, I don't mind. I mean, people have questions. I totally understand. It's not a cheap event, but I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste your time either. So if it's like an absolute no, then I don't want to keep emailing you. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to be respectful at the same time. And so, yeah, I mean, buy your ticket or don't buy your ticket, but you better do it soon. and you can do it at store.hollystarks.com. And it's recorded, it's virtual, it's in person, it's at the campground. You see where I live. You sit around, kind of have campfires and marshmallows and talk about AI.
But here's the thing, I'm with Holly. Some motherfuckers wait until the last minute and make shit like this so fucking stressful when they could buy in advance, and they all start piling in at the last minute. It's fucking insane. Even at Casual's event last month, folk were still buying tickets on the fucking morning of the event and stuff. And you're like, how can we organize food and fucking seats and, all of the stuff that you need to organize when you fucking can't, people can't behave themselves? They're just order in a timely fucking manner. Yeah. So I get it.
Yeah, I'm going to do that, Holly. I'm going to buy my in-person seat on Saturday.
Just to stress it out. No, dude, wait until the morning of the event. And anyone else that's going, tell them to do it as well. Nothing better than raising a bit of blood pressure.
Oh, that'll just raise my blood. Because I'd be like, why'd you do it at the last minute? Like, when I know I'm going to an event, I buy it right away. Because either it's going to be early bird or I'm going to get a cheaper price on my hotel or a cheaper price on my plane ticket. So I am not a person who buys like 2 days before. But in our industry, it's crazy how many tickets were sold last week versus last month when you could have saved money by doing it on the early bird price. So, I mean, it's $100 is still $100 to me. So I'm going to save $100 as much as I can, right? It's all about saving money. So, yeah, I mean, and I don't want to like have to keep on hitting my list every day. If if people are like, God dang, she's annoying me because it's 10 more days of emailing you. Just like hurry up and buy your ticket so I don't have to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I like
Speaking
it.
of Randy is not attending with us this year, and I'm so gutted. Last year he was in my backyard in a tent on this thin mat that he brought on a plane, and every morning I come out on the deck and he have his cup of coffee. Good morning, Holly. I was like, man, I gotta make sure I'm dressed in the morning.
I know. I brought my tent. It was like Camp SEO. I mean, I was like, yeah, let's do this. Let's camp out. Yeah. This unfortunately this year the dates kind of hit, and we've renting a cabin up in Michigan. The whole family, we're getting away. It's kind of our last brouhaha before kids go back to school. So
yeah, there's a lot of people who have messaged me in the last week who are like, I'm gutted I can't go. I want to do virtual, but it's just that Saturday it seems to be like really people are quite busy on that Saturday. I'm like, it's fine. You know, that's why it's the first time I've done a recorded event and virtual, and especially for Dark AI, because normally I'm like, no, you have to be here. We don't record this kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, to make sure that everyone who is you know, at first I was just going to do it for a couple people. And then it was like, oh, this guy's in the Netherlands and Australia, in Europe. And like, I totally get that. So I'm like, okay, you know what? We're going to punt, and we're trying it this year. And yeah, so it's going good.
All right. Yeah. At some point, if you're going to do these things, you just got to go like, here are the dates, and hopefully you can make it.
Yeah.
You can't fucking please everyone.
No, I know.
That's
it's hard.
Yeah.
Craig, I thought you and Palmer were going to do, is that up in the air? What the heck's going on with that?
I'm going to make the assumption it's up in the air now. Palmer was talking about it, and he was the one that was trying to work out the dates. It was either going to be July or September. But I've actually not heard much about it since. So I'm going to make the assumption we're not doing it unless Palmer decides to spring it on me last minute. But I think we're probably, it would need to be the following year now because, even if we were doing it September, you're fucking 6 weeks, 8 weeks away or something.
That's hard.
It's a hard one. Like Holly will know. Preparation, booking the facilities, all of the other shit that you've got to do. You can't just fucking up before I'm bringing coming. I think it takes a lot more organisation and ticket sales and all that stuff. So I'm going to make the assumption it's a no.
I mean, especially if you're doing it at a location you're not at, right? So I'm at our location, but we still have I can't have say 30 cars pulling in here every day for 4 days when they already have it's a craft show weekend here, so there's going to be cars everywhere. I'm like, so we have to know where we can park. You're going to have to you're having people come in, you're going to have a little bit more wait staff for upstairs too. With a hotel, it's got to be way worse because they're 100 people coming in. You got to make sure you're not top heavy and that you're going to make money. And if you don't have 3 months to do promos, at least 3 months, you're going to have questions and everything like that. So,
yeah, that's what I think. I think you got to have a minimum 3 months to promo because you want to get on places and kind of pitch it and, kind of get some energy flowing with it. You want to get other people to kind of get behind it and do stuff as well. That just takes time, right? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it takes time. And, in most events, the rooms can cost $1,000 to $3,000 every day. And I mean, we definitely have done it in a very budgeted way out here, which is why the regular ticket is only $500 because I was I'm not feeding you. We're coming to learn about AI. These are the speakers. It's not We just had a call today, just a little bit ago, about like the topics because I want a discussion. So it's not a conference by any means, but it's Camp SEO meets Dark AI. So come in your shorts, grab a beer, have flip flops, get your bug spray, and let's like get down to business because this is what I do.
You're
This is
hanging
what
around the campfire, right? Hanging around the
Yeah.
campfire at night.
But you know that there's going to be some motherfucker for that £500 who's
Yeah.
going to leave feedback going, yeah, we sat around a dirty old campfire. The fucking food was rotten, or there was no food. Someone's going to, they think they're getting the
There was
rich
no
treatment
food.
for $500.
You know, if they do, they do. Like we have people that are tenting. We have people that are pulling their RVs in. There we have people that are staying at a hotel. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
this is where I do my SEO, and you're gonna find out the people who I work with and the people that I trust, which aren't the normal like SEO guru. I wouldn't say the people that if I have a problem, I message them and I'm like, why is this not working? And they help me out with it. So it's not, you know, it's people talking SEO and AI around a campfire in the evening and in a building during the day. That's it. And everyone has a beer. So like, yeah, beer or marshmallow, let's go.
Yeah. I
And
can eat
it
whatever
might
I
be around
want.
the pool, and if it's 90 one day, I'm like, we're going out there for the afternoon. We're talking SEO around the pool. Deal with it, you know?
Yeah. Is it the corn on the cob? What'd you call it? What was it?
No, it's not.
A
It's the
corn
craft
roast?
weekend. Yeah, so the corn roast, it didn't work for Garen, and Garen
that's
is
good.
doing the VIP with me, so it's still a weekend, which is interesting, fun weekend. So yeah.
Not as good as the corn roast.
Not as
Craig, have you ever had, folks, I don't know if you've ever had this. So when we talk corn roast, so I grew up in Nebraska, and so corn on the cob is, you ever have corn on the cob, Craig? You even know what that is?
Yeah, I know what it is. It's fucking rancid. That's what it is.
Oh man, it's like corn on the cob, and they do it. They roast it on a, on a grill or on a on a grill
Yeah, we do it on the gas
and
grill.
then you peel it back, the husk, and you dip it in butter and then salt it, and then like just go to town on it. It is the best.
Nah,
Yeah,
not
dude,
for me, man.
we line up and we bring these pans. So last year when they were ham, I was handing out pans and I was like, go. I'm like, here's your pan. And they're all looking at me like, what's going on? I'm like, it's corn roast. They're like, what's going on? I'm like, you go get corn and you eat it. Like, it's corn, salt, butter.
It's good. It is yummy.
Yeah.
Hey, Skylar Samuels, it's Skylar's birthday. I don't know if it's today or if it was yesterday, but either way, happy birthday, Sky. Good to see you, man.
Happy birthday,
mate.
Yeah, good. Skylar from Team Samuels. Good man. All right, so zero click, why it's important. Here's a stat I pulled out. Now, 60 to 70% of Google queries end without a click. That is massive.
That's more than I would have thought, actually. I've not seen that stat before, but that is way more than I would have thought.
This came from let me see where they actually got this stat from. Search Engine Land had that stat. Man. So when you're talking about zero clicks, what do you do, right? Why this is so critical. We've got AI overviews. Here was a survey as well. Bain, you've heard of the consultant Bain, Bain Group, Bain and Company. They did a survey that said 80% of consumers depend on zero-click results at least 40% of their searches. So that is huge. Like bottom line, you're just like getting less clicks. So why is this important, right? I thought we would drive a little conversation about why and what you can do to thrive in a zero-click world. Holly, you're going to do a whole conference on this thing. What? Give me one thing that you can do to thrive in a zero-click world.
I don't know. Um, so are you asking one thing
Oh,
of
just
how
do
to
your
get into the
presentation.
LMMs?
Just give us the whole fucking presentation.
Just give us the whole presentation. Quit pussing around. Come on.
I mean, okay, so here's my 1 minute presentation of how we would get 0 clicks in the LMM. Is I would order a press release from Randy and I would index 10 of them a day. Not the whole list, 10 a day. Because you need I want to say new content, but you need fresh content indexing on a daily basis.
Yeah,
So
you need a good flow of content, right? Yeah.
I don't think it's a good flow. I think that you can have any, if you want to do it like in a very fast way. Yeah, I mean, you can just like index all of them, but it's more about having content on a daily basis. It can be any content. Like it can be, do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be like really good content, but if you're ordering from Randy, it's good content. So, you know what I mean? It just has to have like 10 pieces of supporting content every day.
I was going to say, so just to dig a bit deeper, Holly, so you order a Randy PR blast. Let's say it gives you 300 links on his PR blast. So you're just force indexing 10 of them a day. So you've basically got a month's supply off of what Randy's provided. Or are you doing more than one of these a month?
Yes, and actually, everyone's going to say, like, I'm an affiliate of Randy. No, I'm not an affiliate of Randy, by the way. But to say that there's test cases from Paul, from Dre, that has done it, and he has had press releases done, and he does the same thing. So he does 10, indexes 10 every day. So if you have 300 links, just, send 10 every day. That you just need supporting content. So regardless of where you get the supporting content is fine. The better that website is, the higher like traffic, the more eyes that are seen on it, is good. But press releases in itself is always, I mean, that is almost always the first thing that we see fire in the AI, especially for Bing itself. And depending upon where you want to get in, press releases are the quickest way.
So what you're describing is to get in on the AI overviews, right?
Yeah.
Right. So that's a strategy to get in on the AI overviews.
I have a question about this, though. Yeah. I have a good question, right? So it's all good and well getting in the AI overviews, Randy. Now, you've said 70% of people are leaving without clicking on anything. And Tommy's asked a question here. How the fuck are you making that make money? Because Tommy is not into affiliate marketing. So how are you making, what is being in the AI overview actually doing for you, Holly? Like, how the hell does that turn into money? I know you guys are goofing around and you're fighting over various different terms and, you know, it's all about LLMs, but what ways can people make money from it?
I mean, like, so as an example, we have done a dog groomer. Right now we're doing plumbing and we're going to do something with junk removal. And there's another one I don't remember. Oh, it was the personal injury attorney. So we've done 4 like in the last week, and all 4 have hit in the AI overview, which is where you go to Google and you see it right there. And then if you click on AI search, it's in there. It's in ChatGPT. It's in Gemini. It's in Claude. It's in Grok, and it's in Bing. So a lot of it is personalized. So we were targeting plumbing in Chicago, and I'm an hour and a half out. So obviously I'm going to pull results that are local to me, right? So when you're doing AI overviews, you definitely need to do stuff with geo, because that is how you're going to get your calls for your GMBs. That's how you're going to be getting in the LLMs in your location, because you're going to have to build links geo related. Does that answer that, Craig?
Yeah. No, I think it's a good question.
In my opinion, AI overviews are best for affiliate stuff, because when you're doing AI overviews, you focus on the benefit, right? So when you're doing AI overviews for GMBs, you focus on the benefit or the problem that they're fixing. So you're focusing on the question. If you look up best SEO personal injury attorney 2025, it's super long tail, right? But we don't care if it's super long tail, because we just need it to get into someone searching it and maybe clicking on our website. And because you clicked on it, it now is going to personalize you and show that in ChatGPT. I just need you to click on the website. So it's still the same thing as clickbait. You just need them to look at your website, regardless if you're in the AI overview or you're wherever you're at, TikTok, Instagram, Pin, whatever. If you get them to click on that website and then they go look in ChatGPT, it pulls that personalization.
Cool. I think it's obviously quite important to figure out how you do. Like for you, Randy, someone who's got a service and stuff like that, you would obviously need to be thinking about how you're going to get that turning into money. There's no point in just feeding the LLM saying Randy's a fucking great guy and all that stuff. How does that turn to money?
Right. Well, some of it though is just plain brand amplification, right? So the more times, there's some numbers and research around this stuff, but the more time you get your brand name up in front of people as they're looking for plumbing services or whatever the service is, the more time they see your brand, the more likely then that they begin to think, oh, I need that. I'm going to go call. I saw this guy. I'm going to go call that news guy for the press release, right? So I think it may not convert and click in that instance, that one, but maybe 2 or 3 instances, the next one it will. But I think this brand amplification is a part of that. It's a part of that equation of why you want to be in the AI overviews. Now, what I would like to know, Holly, have you ever played around though in getting in the AI overviews and then the information specifically that's being displayed in the AI overviews? Because I'm curious, and I have not done this, but curious if you're a local service provider of some sort. Have you played around where I could get the phone number, plugged into the AI overview?
Yeah. So this guy, Dan Hale, was asking me questions. Well, I think he more was arguing with me actually about getting in AI overviews and personalization and stuff. So he gave me a plumbing company in Chicago Thursday, Friday last week, and it doesn't have a website. It's in GMBs. He's got decent reviews, but he doesn't have a website. So yeah, we're focusing on just getting his website, getting his business name and phone number in the AI overviews, and we're seeing pop up, and he doesn't have a website. So it can be done. You can change the narrative. The hard part that I have found is if there's like a resource list, or like if you look up like SEO personal injury attorneys 2025, there's a list that says something like keywords, content is king, blah, blah, blah. There's like a bunch of different sources. If it's like that, I have a harder time flipping that entire narrative to what I want it to be.
Right.
We can get our source in there, right? But to flip that whole narrative to say how is definitely something that I struggle with, like specifically on Google. On Bing, we can sometimes flip that, but I mean, some of that is like it's just pulling different GMBs because you can tell what it says is pulling from different review sites and stuff like that. So in those cases, I don't know if I can flip them. Like the one that we're doing, the King of YouTube SEO, it did flip and it had my name in it, and then it's flipped again, and I think it's someone else's name and without a list. So if someone is actively trying to flip it at the same time, I think it's much more challenging. But yeah, I mean, we've been able to get keywords and phone numbers and business names in there. It just depends upon what is there right now.
That's interesting, because that would be, obviously, if you can get, a phone number in there, that would be great if it ever be clickable even, but I don't know. I've never seen like a, well, I don't know. I have to think about that to say never. They always have the little reference.
I don't know if I've seen one for local. It usually gives you like 5 or 6 companies. But if you can put yourself in those 5 or 6 companies, which is what we've done, then that's okay. But again, it's personalized for me because I'm closer to Chicago. I have clicked in it. I've asked ChatGPT. So it comes back to normal basic SEO of getting someone to click onto your website first.
Right.
Like offer them a coupon in a mailing list and get them to click to your website, and you're going to show up in LMMs on ChatGPT and on Google because you're going to get that personalization.
All right. So there we go with that. Now, are you guys finding as well, so AI overviews, featured snippet, is that still a thing?
So I have not seen that many that now have the featured snippet. So if there's a featured snippet, you pretty much know AI overview can take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Are you playing around with schema on any of this stuff as well? No.
I mean,
there's guys up and down the road that talk that schema is the way to help drive it as well.
Holly hasn't used schema in 10 years, and Holly doesn't plan to use schema. Yeah. If Holly has a problem, she usually orders something from Brandy, and then she messages Garen and she messages some of the other speakers and says, "Why is my test, which I just started 5 minutes ago, not working yet?"
I've got a few people in my circle like that. Fucking James Dooley and stuff, like the most impatient motherfuckers ever. You're like, fuck off. 5 minutes.
Why isn't this working? I just did it a minute ago. What's up?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Prince of SEO.
Yeah, it was a test we did.
Tommy is asking, has anybody noticed an unnormal amount of search in the last few months on local keywords? I'm thinking that either the AI overviews are messing with the data or his software is whack. Any of you guys seen anything?
An abnormal number? Like, is it a higher number? Is someone trying to mess with your CTR? So, or mess with the ad prices? Because if you do, like, if you flood the if you flood searches for something like, let's just do like pipe repair, that ad cost is going to be way higher because you flood searches. Right. So it depends on what. I mean, that's kind of an open-ended question.
So you guys that are doing all your fucking games could be driving up the price of fucking people's AdWords.
Yeah. I mean, because Google thinks there's all these searches, So.
Yeah.
Right.
That's funny. So go after her. Anyone who's ad spend
Yeah.
through the roof.
That's why I don't do ad spend, because I know it can be. It's
Yeah.
Well, we do a lot of that though as well. We do a lot of just impression searches.
Yeah.
Just to drive impressions up. Hey, Nigel.
I mean that AC repair company who has a shoddy SEO company who's doing ads is like, hey, look at all these logo searches for how to fix a cracked pipe. They're going to be focusing on that ad when really the keyword should be something else,
Right. That's interesting. Let's see what else. I got another aspect of this. So you were like a no on schema, even though people will talk up and down all day long that schema is now the structured data. Schema is like a way to help drive this visibility for the AI and for the AI overviews and in the LLMs as well. So I think we got to probably try to broaden our kind of conversation this. So not just AI overviews, but in LLM searches as well.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing to remember is there's different ways to get your results, right? So some people might be using schema. Some people are using press releases. Some people are using, I'm not going to say what I was going to just say, but some people are using, I don't know, comments, right? There's more than one ways to get into the LLMs. It's just how much work you want to put into it. Like if Terry was like, I'm going to stick Holly in a room and I'm going to teach her schema and I'm going to let her out of the room, I would never come out of the room because it is so mind consuming for me. So I don't want to do it because I don't want to learn it, not because it doesn't work, because I don't want to learn it. Because I need something easier. I need a click of the button. I don't want to go do any research on the company. That is not what I want to do. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It just means that's not what I'm focusing on. And just like you are a big believer in press releases, Terry's a big believer in schema. I'm a big believer in spam. Gieran's a big believer in something else. You know what I mean? So
you're a big believer in chicanery, trickery, black magic. Yeah.
Right. So I mean, but everything you can make it work for you. It depends on how much work you want to put in.
Right. Some of the issue, though, too, or other things that can impact this is also being sure that you're leveraging multiple platforms. I'm a big believer in what I think why the PR stuff works well is that you've got all of these other high authority platforms that are talking about your brand, right? It's not you talking about your brand on your website, but it's this high authority site talking about your brand and what it is that you do. And so I think I always look then that other high authority platforms that are talking about your brand help drive this result as well. So whether it's on social media platforms, YouTube, podcast channels, I think all of that is a benefit.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to your brand. You do your brand mentions. It's brand is you can use Reddit and just do brand mentions. You can use Quora and just do brand mentions. It's not like this is the only way path in. It's not like that.
Right.
And it works specifically for one's platforms that have more than one website, more than one platform, more than one. I mean, that's why press releases work because it's getting crawled. It doesn't have to get indexed. It's getting crawled. That's the thing. It's getting crawled. And it's different platforms and it's different locations around the world.
Mm-hmm. 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 All interesting stuff. I'll just throw a commercial out here for you, Craig. So if you have questions, throw them in the chat here about anything, actually, we can touch on. Also, like, follow, subscribe on any of Craig's channels. Hey, and Craig, I'm doing something because, I think I told you I just started last week, actually, on my show, using Restream.
Yeah.
Oh, and I screwed it all up, by the way. I'll dig into
really?
that. And, oh God, I was an idiot. Yeah. But because of that, I can also I just did this as we were joining and getting this thing going. I am also casting this on my channels right now.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. So I'm broadcasting this on my YouTube, my X, and Facebook channel right now.
That's content in it. It's fucking feeding
Yeah.
the LLMs in that respect as
I
well.
know, right?
I'll
Yeah.
tell you something funny, Randy, right? And I know Holly will probably be like, "Craig, come on, this is a bit much." I was fucking around on ChatGPT and I was asking it a bit about myself again. And then I said, "Has Craig been unwell recently?" And it came up with the catheter stuff and all that from
Did it really?
Yeah, it pulled up from Instagram and all that stuff. Dude, so see, even like mentions of shit on a fucking YouTube, it comes up. I think I told you before, I was asking it, what's Craig Campbell's son's name? And it actually came up with a snippet on a guy's YouTube channel where I fucking said Charlie's name and stuff like that as well. So see, in terms of feeding the LLMs and just obviously you want watch time and fucking all that stuff, but I think also playing into feeding the LLMs or whatever, and literally I just done it there. If you put in, was Craig Campbell SEO unwell recently? It'll come up saying, yeah, shit about his catheter, because obviously I was doing I know Holly hates this topic. Even though that's a thing in the past, I've got to keep it going for a bit longer, Holly. Get it in those LLMs. But dude, it's pulling it in. So I think, it's wise to do that. I think that's a very, very wise thing to be doing. More exposure for all of us as well, which we all want. But yeah, I think that's a good feature.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of excited. So, just again, kind of just throw more content out. So it kind of worked well. And I, because I hadn't done, because I didn't have an account before with Restream, I couldn't have done that. But then I saw that up in the corner. I'm like, oh, let me try that. Let me try to do that with my Restream. So, this is how I screwed up. So last week on my Hot Off the Press show, I tried to do, I'm like, oh, I'm using this Restream for the first time because I'm thinking this is what, some of my issues that I'm having and things getting laggy. And so right when you're loading and you're like, okay, I'm going to do the stream, I'm going to go live, and it flashes up this like, hey, do you want to do portrait or landscape? We recommend doing, portrait, or I'm like, okay. I clicked on it, and then all of a sudden now it's just like, the whole thing is like I'm on the phone instead of, like the way it is here. And I'm looking at this way, like, I don't want that. Once you start and you go live, you can't switch it in the middle of it. So I had to do this whole show where it was all in the portrait mode. It was like, oh God, that was ridiculous. I couldn't see anything. It was like, I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm looking at shit. I can't see it big enough. Yeah.
But that's a you problem, not fucking Restream.
I know, that was the me problem. That's why I screwed it all up. Yes. Yeah. That was completely a me problem. But anyway, I was just seeing, so in the chat, you see the Nigel where he said hi. He put that actually is on my YouTube channel, is where he commented.
Is that why that came up paired?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Because it obviously comes up in my end in purple as well. And I thought that earlier. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that? I never even
Yeah.
thought. But yeah, first time I've seen
was
that
good.
actually.
Yeah. So anyway, but I thought that was funny. But I enjoyed though. This was like another added benefit of like, oh, I could get this streaming on my channel. That'll give me some content. And I mean, you're still going to get the content as well, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, no, listen, if both of us can get content from it and watch time and fucking ticking the boxes.
Feeding the LLMs.
Yeah.
Holly, you got to join in. Well, it's like a whole big feed, orgy here going on.
Dude.
In fact, Holly's obviously put in private chat
dude
about my catheter. No, dude, I'm curious to see what happens if I go to ChatGPT and ask it about Holly Starks' dungeon. I want to see what it says, man. Give me a second.
About Holly Starks what?
My dungeon.
Dungeon.
Oh, your dungeon. I'm going to do this too.
I don't know if I've ever said that like on a. There's no public or credible information from Holly Starks herself.
You should do Holly
that
Starks
suggests she has a
Cooper.
dungeon. Holly Starks Cooper. It's just I think I've told that story privately more than I've said it anywhere it would be picked on. Nah, it's not. But we may need to change that. Honestly, that guy who we told that story to in Chiang Mai all of them years ago was absolutely disgusted. He was like a white hat agency owner, and the thought of having a dungeon. The guy was just.
I think he just hired homeless people and everything.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the story. She's fucking giving them soup to make them work. The guy's like, "Come on, man." But yeah, it was funny, man.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Well, I've kind of run out of what to roll on, I guess, on this thing. All right. Well, Holly, how about tell us a little more about Dark AI? What do you get? So it's you, Garen. I'm sure Brian Cato.
So Lee and
I'm sure
Honey.
Cato is going to be there, like slice and dicing. Yeah.
Fucking Cato ever not been to an event?
He's doing virtual though because he has some health condition going on right now.
Oh, really? Fuck.
Yeah. So Honey, Lee, Chad, Brian, Tristan, Michael Rayburn, Patrick Shannon, Luke Fanders.
Patrick Shannon's going to be there? Oh.
Yeah. We just added him last week. Dude, I'm telling you, I don't know why you tell your little woman she can come here for 4 days and then go do your little
Patrick is great
stuff,
because they have that RV. They're like out tooling around, he and his wife right now. And
oh yeah, he's pulling his big rig in here. And then Robbie, he's gonna be doing the video ads.
Oh yeah, he's doing he's making one of these up for me right now, as a matter of fact.
Oh, they're so good. They're so good. Yeah.
Yeah, I hit him up late last week. I'm like, you think you could do one of these for me? I want to kind of play around with it, maybe do some Facebook ads, do some stuff with it.
Yeah, it'll be good. I mean, it's people sitting around talking AI. What how much better can you get better? You know,
beautiful.
Randy's going to.
I know it.
I fucking hate that when that happens, where all your mates are at an event and for whatever reason you can't go and you see the pictures and you're like, man,
yeah, I hate that.
Nice.
And I really had a great time last. Of course, last it was your birthday that we were celebrating as well, and so we had the whole birthday party.
Yeah,
you had that whole table. There was some good bourbon that you were serving. Oh man, that was a good life.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been that good. You'd have been straight fucking back there no matter what.
You know, the little woman gets to make the decision.
It's the only time. It's the
Brand new.
only we got this period where my daughter's not in school. My son is before he goes back to school, and and where we could like, okay, let's go do something. It was like the only time we could do anything all summer. Yeah.
Holly, someone.
The Brooklyn-based
Oh,
hip-hop
also the
artist.
hip hop
Yeah, that's
artist. Really? Holly, I didn't know. Can you do a little hip hop dancing?
No, there's an artist. And she's named Holly
Oh.
Starks too. Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder, Holly, here's a test. You know who Tony Starks is? Was there not like a famous sportsman in the US called Tony Starks?
Tony Starks from like the not the Avengers. Yeah, the Avengers.
Iron Man.
Iron
Iron
Man.
Man.
Tony Stark.
Tony Starks. Wait a second.
Yes. But I think there was also like, wasn't he a race car driver or something like that?
Yeah, there was someone that was some kind of sports, high-end sports athlete. But anyway, regardless of whether it's the event or not, how you could feed the LLMs that's your ex-man and tie it in with such a celebrity.
Did you know Holly Starks was connected with Tony Starks? Like they were a thing.
That one will do. The Avengers one will do because that Avengers person is clearly high profile. But I would just be curious, Holly, with all your fun and games, if you could nail that and say even Holly's the cousin or whatever of that person.
Yeah, I'll see if I can change the narrative. It might take a couple weeks with it being I don't know. I'll see if I can change the narrative on it.
The only reason I say that, Randy, Mark Lawrence in the Mastermind, he's got a brother who's a famous artist. And we looked at his brother's Wikipedia page one day, and fucking Slorry somehow flung in there. His brother's name's Neil. Neil has a brother who's very well reputed digital marketing expert, Mark Lawrence. And we're like, you fucking dodgy bastard. You fucking twisted that in there. And it stuck. Fucking stuck as well. But it'd be funny to see if Holly could twist that one. That would be quite fun.
That is good.
I could say Tony Starks. You may not know this, but Tony Starks has a famous YouTube marketer in the United States, and her name is Holly Starks, also known as Holly Cooper, because it'll pull in my entity of a YouTube marketing in the United States, which I'm already covered. It might pull that in.
I just was on.
It might pull
so
it in.
I just did a chat TV. I'm like, okay, tell me about Holly Starks, and gave me 4 thumbnails of you. And then who is she? YouTube and SEO specialist, known as the YouTube Queen. Influential speaker,
I've never ever
creator of SEO courses. Yeah.
Holly, did you not years ago have a fucking suit or something that had YouTube SEO Queen or some shit in the pinstripes? Or did I imagine that?
I custom ordered a suit, and in the flip of a collar, if you flip it up, it says YouTube Queen.
Yeah. It also says you're an actress producer with credits like Storm and Mad World.
Oh, Mad World. Yes, I am.
Is that you too?
IMT.
That's a David Wilde job, Mad World.
Yeah, it was.
She's fucking slipped in and done the trick.
That is funny.
Oh,
yeah.
God. There is a question. Have you tested schema changes that may help in chatbots? What will be your advice to help increase visibility in AI chatbots?
I don't even know what an AI chatbot is, so I can't answer that.
The AI chatbots are going to have to be pulling the information from somewhere. It's not something I've tested as such personally, but I would imagine feeding the LLMs, the AI chatbots is going to be pulling that from the LLMs. So you obviously need to train the LLMs in what we're talking about, and hope that the chatbot is pulling from a reputable source. But obviously that's AI chatbot, and who designed it and the mechanics behind it, who knows where it's pulling its information from. But if it's pulling it from ChatGPT, then
it still should be personalized.
Yeah.
Yeah. The AI chatbot, though, I just built one last week. Took me like, I don't know, 2 hours on N8N and I have it on our the News Guy website now.
Working well?
Yeah. Well, it's not perfect. There's still a couple of things I need to kind of tweak with it, but it was fairly simple. And I have not been doing a lot of AI automation build, but I went on N8N to do it, and and I had Claude like helping me. I'm like, hey, I want to do this, build an AI chatbot, and I'd start doing it. And we're like, yeah, go do this, blah, 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 blah. So I was doing it with Claude kind of teaching me how to do it.
The question is, Randy, did Claude tell you what to manually do, or did you go into N8N and take a guy's template and then just add in your shit?
No, I started with Claude. I'm like, hey, Claude, I'm like, I want to build an AI chatbot. I want to use N8N. Here are the assets. Let's do it. And it was good. But doing it with Claude, right? I use Claude because, some folks, Greg Ortiz was like, Claude is the best for kind of mapping this stuff out and giving you the right JSON language. It's the cleanest of any of the LLMs. And so that's what I use. But, I think other people are using ChatGPT or whatever else as well. But man, you can use those things to guide you, to coach you through doing some of this, building out some of this other shit is amazing. It's just amazing.
It'd be better if you could just type in and say, go fucking do
Oh,
this.
yeah, I know. Just go do it for me. But essentially, that's what Claude did. It was like, hey, I said, okay, now write this so it's in JSON, the whole thing, and boom. And then it'll essentially lay out the whole workflow for you in JSON.
Isn't that what Claude Code does?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, who's talking about Claude Code? So Tristan is going to talk about N8 along with Chad and Garen, and I think they're talking about Claude Code. Robbie's going to talk about Claude Code too.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's impressive.
It makes my head just hurt though listening to people talk about it, because I just want to push the button.
Well, this is why I know that's what I would like to just press the button, but I'm kind of like, it's like the same thing I tell my kids, like, listen, you've got to get yourself wrapped around this stuff.
I think Tristan is probably the closest one that has a push button for Claude Code and N8.
Wow.
Because he has the AI assistant, so I mean, I would think that he's the closest one to it, but yeah.
I love it. I love it. It's such a fascinating world we live in right now, right?
It is.
Jeez. All right. Let me do a quick plug. Tomorrow on my show, hot off the press, I've got Andrew Sterling Ansley. The guy, 3 names. I always got to get his names out there. Andrew Sterling Ansley. And he is a master whiz in building AI agents. So we're going to be digging into that stuff, man. Hard.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah, very smart guy. That's who you need, Holly. You need to get
Oh, dude,
Andrew.
I tried. He said
Yeah.
that it wasn't the best time and family stuff and summer. I get it, you know.
I went to lunch. We were at SEO Spring Training. I went to lunch with Andrew and who the hell was this other guy? Why can't I think of his name? And these guys were like blowing me out of the water in what they were talking about with AI, building AI agents and such. I'm like, good night. I got to get you on my show. We talk about this stuff. I need you to just do stuff for me because I'm a lazy
Stop talking. Get the laptops out and fucking.
Yes, exactly. It's exactly what I wanted. Yeah. Can you just do this? Yeah. Wow. Anyway, all right. So join Andrew and I tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time for Hot Off the Press.
Cool.
And buy your ticket this week if you're
and buy your ticket this week.
If
what
you
is the
virtual or in person?
Yeah.
Store.hollystarks.com.
And what is the what was that URL again?
Store.hollystarks.com. And you don't have to be live. Like if you can't make it, it's cool. It's just like
there we go.
Recording, you know?
Yep, there we are. Go ahead it.
Oh. So check that out, guys. But we are out of time for another week. But also do check out the news guy. Logo above. The link is below. And check out his service as well. And we will catch you guys at the same time next week.
Yep. Very good. All right, guys. Thanks for joining.